What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? It's your man Dre Mac coming to you again with another episode of the Dre Mac Show. 7:30 in the morning Central Time, 8:30 on the East Coast. Today, the video that I'm going to go over is a couple reaction videos, one from Screen Crush and the other from Charlamagne the God as he's on the Daily Show talking about DEI. So we're going to talk about that because it highly affects, when we're talking about overcompensation and everything in these movies. This is what we're trying to see in the hope of trying to get diversity out and being diverse. You know what I mean? This is what they try to do. So this is a great conversation to be able to have, to be able to dissect and then get you guys' thoughts and opinions on DEI. And do you see it in these movies, especially Marvel movies, and a lot of these other movies where, it looks like Hollywood is trying to overcorrect itself. But is it causing more harm than it is good? So we're going to talk about it. Hope you guys are happy. Hope you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gant over at the Heavy Gant channel. But you, but you already know how we get ready to do. The real question is, this was Charlamagne the God on the Daily Show explaining DEI and, in a comedic way, especially when it comes to right-wing pugnace, you know what I mean? But I think this is something that we could at least learn, but that I think that the MCU was also doing. Now, again, I don't have any problem with because at first I thought it was gonna be Juno, but it's not it's not Juno, it's actually Shalabel, which has a complete story in Earth X. You know what I mean? And it's already basically determined that this Fantastic Four is not from the main 616 or 9999999, whatever the hell this universe is in the MCU. I don't have a problem with this. Again, all I want to do is tell the right story. You know what I mean? If Norman Rad is part of that story, I don't want them to do what they did with She-Hulk. You know what I mean? That's my fear. And legitimately, when people say, man, y'all shouldn't complain and y'all shouldn't trip, history has showed us what Marvel has been doing. You know what I mean? So in that sense, we're kind of defensive towards this. And She-Hulk made it worse for me. She-Hulk made it completely worse for me. I've not watched that show, don't want to watch that show. I did it during to cover it, but other than that, you know what I mean? And so She-Hulk is comic act, man. No, I'm not talking about the character. I'm talking about the writing. Not the She-Hulk show was trash. Garbage pail juice. That's what it was. It was a terrible, terrible written show. It's not the character, not even the actor. Tatiana Maslany is an amazing She-Hulk. It's not against anything of her. It's the writing. Don't get me started because it pisses me off every time I think about how horrible the writing is to down men to uplift women. I said this on yesterday's show. Y'all don't really get it. Y'all don't get when somebody writes a script and to be able to push a narrative, you want to uplift women. I have no problem with uplifting women. I uplift women. I want somebody to uplift women every day, but also at the same time, uplift men. You cannot do this. Men are bad. You know what I'm saying? Unless a man is a simp, you can't do this. Men are trash. Women are goated. We're both fucked up. Let's tell it like that. We both have problems. We're both great. Also, why not tell that story? You know what I mean? Why not? Why do all of this extra extra stuff to piss off a fan base. And then at the end, oh, gotcha. And we broke the fourth wall. The damage is already done. You already pissed off a whole fan base. The damage is done. I think it's trash. I'm going to say it's trash. That's my personal opinion. You know what I mean? And I think it's 150% garbage, pale juice, maggots swimming in it, having a good time, drinking beers at Joe's apartment. Trash. Let's get to this video. And again, this is Charlamagne talking about DEI.
Number 2020, right? Yeah, COVID, social distancing, murder hornets. Yeah, y'all forgot about murder hornets, huh? Or maybe you remember our nationwide reckoning with racism. After the murder of George Floyd, white people...
And again, sometimes why got to be Joe's apartment? You know what Joe's apartment is. You know what I mean? No, I don't. Hey, Jairus, we don't do that. We don't do that. Everything that I say is 100% real. Go back and watch my videos. Everything I say, I don't do fake outrage. I don't do, for one, why you think all my thumbnails, I stopped putting my face on there with these stupid, and all these dumbass faces that these people do on their thumbnails. Why you think I do it? I don't do that. Because ain't nothing over here at the Drake Mack Show fake about me. You see this shirt? 1865 matters. Dog, I represent everything that I do, dog. We don't do that here. We don't do fake outrage. We don't do the shock value. We don't do the jock. Nah, because what that does is that diminishes my character. Because everything that I stand on 110%. That's what I represent. And if I say something trash and I have the proof and the evidence, because I don't do things out of emotions, big dog. I do things out of facts and knowledge. And facts, they were pushing a narrative. They knew that the writing on there was terrible because of what agenda that they were trying to push. They made the Incredible Hulk, who went through all this crap to get where he's at, Bruce Banner, and they reduced him to a joke to be able to uplift She-Hulk. She-Hulk just catch it just like that. You know what I mean? And then try to make this joke about, or this commentary that, just women just have it so much harder than men when we both have it hard. I do the same thing with when all this divide between black women and black men. Both of us got it hard. Both of us got it hard. Ain't no equal, because if we go to the victimization, the Olympics, we both fail. If we're both saying, well, I got it hard, I got it harder than you. It's hard. Well, ain't we both black? Aren't we both in this society? Ain't we all in the same mixture that's called America, that the government does not give a flub about you? They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about women. They don't give a fuck about men. They don't give nothing about us. All they do is care about the bottom dollar. That's why capitalism is at an all-time high here. And they don't mind pushing an agenda. Because you know why they push agendas, Jairus? Because there's money involved in that. There's always, if you ever think about an agenda or a narrative being pushed, there's always somebody that's a beneficiary of that. All this thing that went on with racism, and we're going to raise up all this money for the black community. Well, first of all, where's the anti-black bill at? Where's all that money going to in these neighborhoods that is comatose? And this has been 4 years since George Floyd. We're going to put all this money in the black community where? When you really got boots to the ground, where? So there's always a hidden agenda. I don't do anything for shock value, big dog. Everything that I do is real, and it's coming from a genuine place. Let's keep going on the video.
People across America looked around and said, wait a second, are we racist? So America took a good hard look at itself, and when big corporations saw themselves in the mirror, they said, oh shit, we're white as f***.
Inequality in corporate America. There are only 5 black CEOs running Fortune 500 companies.
You can see 6% of top executives as black. In terms of the population of the United States, it should be 13%.
In a video, Nike said, don't pretend there's not a problem in America. Critics...
Now, remember, all of this came after George Floyd's death and the massive amount of support that the world, not just America, the world seen. The world came out in droves and say, you know what, there's a problem. So what did everybody do? Because again, there's money involved in this. Nike wasn't in the business of dealing with Colin Kaepernick. They wasn't in the business of Colin Kaepernick until it became profitable. Now you're seeing the evidence for that man taking a knee, having his job taken away. Y'all didn't see it being profitable until somebody can make a profit off of it. And then the George Floyd situation made it very clear that now we can make a profit off of it. All of this stuff is done by capitalism. Let's keep going.
Point out that all of Nike's executives are white.
That's right. The board of Nike was so white, they were all wearing New Balance. And to address this problem, businesses turned to a solution called diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI.
Diversity, equity, inclusion. This is why I'm talking about when we start talking about what they're doing in Marvel and why we're looking at what is going on. They didn't want to, let's go back to Black Panther. They didn't want to play Chadwick Boseman, right? They didn't want to pay Chadwick. They didn't want to pay Chadwick Boseman. And I wish I still had that article. But the situation with Chadwick is that before he even found out that he had cancer, this is before that, there was a rumor going around that he was going to be replaced by Shuri in the MCU because they didn't want to pay Chadwick Boseman. Because he went after the success of Black Panther, they went to Chadwick. I mean, Chadwick went to I think it was Bob Chapek was running Disney at the time and said, "Hey, I think we need to renegotiate this contract because I got the highest grossing solo film in Marvel right now, right?" And he told him, "Go to hell. I'm not paying you a lick over." And then that's where the rumor started that they was going to replace him. So when Chadwick eventually did pass away from the cancer, and it was known that he passed away from the cancer, what did they do? They immediately replaced him. We're not going to recast. Now, normally this does happen a lot of times with Black actors when a lot of money is being made. They don't want to renegotiate that contract to get them compensated well. Women have this problem also in Hollywood, so it's not just blacks or it's not just blacks, black men, black women, because we seen what Raji P. Henson talked about, but women in the industry have been dealing with that too. You know what I mean? The brunt of it has been with black men and black women not coming back to the table in good faith because we made this money for you. You see what I mean? So now what they're doing now is just overcompensate. Now as long as we get inclusion, as long as we get diversity in here, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter as long as we get diversity in here. And for the sake of storytelling, diversity should be the last thing, because if it doesn't make sense, towards the overall portion of the story, then what does it matter? What does it matter if it doesn't affect the story? Now, if you're changing the aspect of the character, like if they made Norrin Radd, so the reason why I'm not mad at the Shala Bell being a Silver Surfer, why I'm not mad about it, because she's an original character from the comics. She was a Silver Surfer. Not mad at that at all. You know what I mean? Not mad at that. So in the context of the story, I'm not mad. What a lot of people who are newbies to comic books, what they have a problem is, that's going to be the first thing that they see on, maybe, why is the Silver Surfer, the Silver Surfer is a woman when I go to the movies, but then I go and pick up this comics, who was Owen Radd? Or, yeah, who is this character? You know what I mean? And when, so that now they got to research. A lot of people didn't know that Shazam in DC original name is Captain Marvel. So what do you think they're going to do with a character they don't know really nothing about? It's the same thing with it's the same thing with Kane. What we were saying, of course we love Jonathan Majors as Kane, but we know from the comics that they made him white. You know what I mean? So there wasn't another black character that Jonathan Majors could have played that would have been not only successful, but it could have brought a whole new audience in, so they can be able to see this original black character shine on screen. Blue Marvel, I mean, since I say the man's a time traveler, Blue Marvel would have been perfect for Jonathan Majors. They made him Kang. He did an excellent job. So, it's whatever. You know what I mean? But that's the reason why. It's the overcompensation for what you already know you've done. You already know you've done. And yeah, we still don't have Blue Marvel. Let me keep going. Because I got to stop this because I don't want to get a copyright strike. That's why I be doing this.
It means more fair hiring policies, new anti-discrimination rules for the workplace, and sensitivity training seminars. And the first thing it led to was a shitload of ads.
Real progress on diversity and inclusion doesn't happen without real work.
Say celebrate diversity into your X1 voice remote to discover curated content today.
Every day, General Mills serves the world by making food people love. And inclusion is one of our secret ingredients.
At Kraft Heinz, our purpose is to make life delicious. And we believe we can't achieve that without one essential ingredient: diversity. It's diversity that makes life delicious.
You see what I'm saying? I love that they did this. You know what I mean? I love that they showed this. Let me get that. I didn't know that's been sitting on here. You know what I mean? But I love that they did this for the simple fact is that they showed you the hypocrisy. Now that it's cool, now that I can make a little money off of it, then you know what I mean? This is what I could be able to capitalize on. Oh, now it's about diversity. Whoa. What about beforehand? Was it not about diversity? No. Yeah, exactly. Roberta, what's going on? Kev Z, what's up? Torrin, I see you coming in the house. You know what I mean? GA, what's up? All y'all, Bannerstein, what's up? So, and again, that's what it is. It's forced it's forced diversity. That's what it is. It's forced diversity. Exactly. Would have been great. Could have just gave that character to. Why did I not? Oh my God, I didn't change the damn picture. I just noticed the thing that I had up. Oh God, hold on. But you know what I mean? It's first diversity. Let's keep going.
We're on a 400-year-long journey, and scars don't fade. But neither does hope.
Ask your doctor if black people are right for you. That's right. Nobody's buying Vaseline because of diversity. Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever actually bought Vaseline. It's just there. Like, it comes with the house. Right? So that.
As shiny as Charlamagne is, I know damn well he got a big jar of Vaseline. I'm shiny too. What's up, Wonder Woman? What's up? But you know what I mean? Let me shut up. That's a joke. All right, let me keep going.
That's how things stood in 2020, but that was like 15 years ago. Today, when people talk about DEI, it's more likely to sound like this.
DEI is just a rebranded version of hating white people. DEI.
She couldn't even formulate her mouth right. Hold up. Look at her mouth. Hold up. You know I'm about to show it. Look at her. She can't even formulate what it is. You're hating white people. All that Botox you got in your cheekbones and your jawline is making your lips look like a whole booty hole.
DEI, it's more likely to sound like this.
DEI is just a rebranded version of hating white people.
DEI, in this case, stands for divisive, erroneous, and insidious.
Now I love that they have the woke propaganda that's in there, and this is why I get on black people for using the word woke. You know what I mean? Let's put it up. Let me put it up a little higher so y'all can see. Stop using this word. Stop using this word woke, black people. Not the way that they use it. Stop doing it. God, is irritating. It's the woke propaganda. And the woke and the woke and woke. Yeah, Lord, just shut up and dribble. Just shut up and dribble. Now, mind you, listen to this. Mind you, black people didn't ask for any of this. We wasn't sitting around like, you know what? I would sure love a good case of DEI. You know, what we wanted was a fair shake based on our credentials, based on our talents. That's what we want. You know what I mean? And again, some of them don't believe that we have the learning, the mental capacity to do anything. You see what I mean? So, on the other hand, on both sides, if you really think about it, it's both flubbed up. This is both sides of it is really, really bad, because one is trying to overcompensate. The other was like, we didn't ask you niggas to come in here anyway. DEI, we were like, we didn't ask for it either. This is them overcompensating instead of just doing what's right. But let's keep going.
Erroneous and insidious.
DEI, which stands for didn't earn it.
Discrimination, exclusion, and indoctrination.
DEI. DEI stands for Dr. Dre, Eazy-E, and Ice Cube. Yeah. Y'all cheering out there, but do you want with attitude coming to your office? These right-wingers are crazy, right? Jesus. But here's the part where you all stop applauding everything I say. The truth about DEI is that although it's well-intentioned, it's mostly garbage, okay?
Exactly.
It's kind of like the Black Little Mermaid. Just because racists hate it doesn't mean it's good. And you know I'm right, because every one of you has sat through one of those diversity training sessions and thought, this is some bullshit. And it's not just you. Over 900 studies have shown that DEI programs don't make the workplace better for minorities.
And this is what we're talking about, even in Marvel, in these movies and stuff like that, because when you try to force diversity, you're going to have backlash. When you try to force diversity, yes, diversity should be implemented. But when we start talking about diversity in these movies, because we want to see women succeed, we want to see women shine. You know how many women superheroes is out here? Squirrel Girl, and there's so many of them. Like there was like, oh man, we're gonna make the X-Men all female centric. Why? It doesn't make sense. It's already a diverse group in the first place, which originally X-Men wasn't. It wasn't until Giant Size X-Men #1, when Chris Claremont took over writing, is when they actually start using a diverse group of mutants in that run. That's how it actually went. It wasn't, at the beginning, they didn't have that story about Magneto being a Holocaust victim, and all the things that Nightcrawler went through. And they didn't have a Storm in that original group, the original X-Men. It was a villain of the week. More basically, Magneto was the villain from the old Diddley Do-Right cartoons. That's what he was. 1975, Giant Size X-Men #1 showed a diverse cast, and he wanted to bring some of the themes that was of the time, which most of these right-wing pundits and most of these, SJWs will say that that's considered woke. But he was telling the story what was going on at the time in 1975. This disbandment of the Black Panther Party. You know what I'm saying? All these other groups that was getting bombed and all of that to try to raise awareness, of the struggles that's going on with Black people, especially in the 1970s. There was, even though that they signed that Civil Rights Bill of the 1968 Civil Rights Bill, doesn't mean everything was just, it was kumbaya and hunky-dory after that. There was still a lot of racism. There was still a lot of redlining still going on. Why do you think shows like Good Times, was so prevalent at that time? Sanford and Son still showing the Black struggle. Even Sherman Hemsley's character in The Jeffersons, still had struggles. They were just happy to move on the east side where they finally got a piece of the pie, but it didn't change who they were. And that's why, you know, television at that time was where it's at. Was we making progress? Yes, but it wasn't forced diversity. Hell, Sesame Street started as a place for young Black kids so they can be able to get a free education or free talk right in your living room with PBS. You see what I mean? There's a lot of stuff that went on with that. What these companies are trying to do, and Marvel's a big culprit of that, is trying to force it down without being natural. You know, race swapping and gender swap for no apparent reason whatsoever, and taking the essence away from the character. So I don't get the story of the character for real, because I can't get the real story. I'm getting something you made up to try to force an agenda, just like all these companies that Charlamagne showed at the beginning, or during this monologue, to show, yeah, look, we're diverse. But where does it stop? When you just do it naturally, you introduce different characters and stuff like that in a natural, progressive type of way, maybe, just maybe, we could be able to make a difference, and using the characters that's already been created. Or here's a big whoop that you could do, because Marvel, you did it for a Native American character, and what if, create a new one? Let's keep going.
In fact, it can actually make things worse because of the backlash effect. Remember D.E.I from school? Y'all remember D.E.I? Yeah. She said, woo. DEI training is like D.E.I for racism. And you all know how effective that was. I was sitting there going, oh shit, there's a ton of fun drugs I should try. I didn't even know about Molly. Thanks, Officer John. But the biggest failure of DEI is that the number of Black people in power at big companies is basically the same as it was 5 years ago. In fact, maybe the only thing that DEI has accomplished is giving racist white people cover to be openly racist.
DEI breeds Now, didn't we just hear the investor? Like I said, I pointed it out. I said, this investor ain't slick. I don't have a problem with women, but everybody else, the Black people, why do I gotta watch this? They said literally, why do I have to watch Black Panther with an all-Black cast? End quote. Never said I ain't got a problem with Black people, I ain't got nothing. Never said that. But when it came to, Black people, why do we gotta watch that? Why do we gotta watch that? And let me just I'm gonna share my screen real quick. I'm gonna go a little bit longer. Why is my laptop not showing up here? So yes. Now, let me show you something real quick. Let me show you something. Because and again, this is before George Floyd and everything. I'm gonna exit this out. Now, people don't remember this story. I hate some of these websites. But let me show you something real quick. Now, let me full screen it. It's the same thing as affirmative action. It's what it is. It's the same thing as affirmative action. So, Chadwick Boseman might be done with Black Panther soon due to pay dispute. An intriguing new rumor claimed that Chadwick Boseman may be done with the role of Black Panther due to a pay dispute. So, we made all this money for you. You have a black character that is original Black character, made a ton of money, all of that. You rather get rid of the character instead of pay the man. But then you want to come in and say, we're being diverse, though. We're being diverse. Actually, this was during the pandemic, and during because this article came out in 2020, around the time of George Floyd. But listen, when Black Panther finally arrived back in February 2018, it truly has been a long time coming. After all, plans were in place to bring Marvel's Wakandan monarch to the cinemas for decades, with Wesley Snipes even trying to get a film based on the iconic hero made back in the 90s. The wait was certainly worth it, though, as the movie became an instant cultural phenomenon, earning over $1.3 billion at the box office, and also finding itself the first comic book movie to get a Best Picture nod at the Academy Awards. Not bad, right? Furthermore, the pic's wild success truly cemented T'Challa as one of MCU's marquee superheroes, though it is not exactly like Marvel's capitalized on that. Neither Infinity War or Endgame gave him a whole lot to do, and we still haven't heard too much about Black Panther 2. Boy, the future. Ooh, I wish if I could have told you about the future. Ooh, not to mention there's also been numerous reports about the studio lining up Shuri to be the next. When I tell you they already had this, see again, this is what DUI does. This is why why DUI is wrong, right? You can do this. Have Shuri lined up as the next Black Panther, right? This is what you can do. Chadwick was still alive. You know what I mean? But we can just make sure the next Black Panther, she's black and she's a woman. They'll turn out for her. And not understanding the actual character and why the character was so important. Why an original black character that was made for black people was so important. You think that investor was the only person who thought the way that they thought about black people? There's plenty of people that's rich in Hollywood that think the same thing, that think we're replaceable. That's why recast T'Challa was so important. That's why recast T'Challa is still important. This is why DEI is full of shit. Because DEI was all about, and let me take this out real quick. If DEI was all about inclusion and bringing people in and making sure that everybody could be able to be included, they would have recast T'Challa. They wouldn't have just relied on black people love the Black Panther, so we could just put Shuri in there. She's not going to ask for no more money. You know what I mean? And then what happened? They made $600 and something million. Like I said, if it wasn't called Black Panther, the movie would have been fine. But because it's called Black Panther, no. It's no. Not buying it. You had these people getting beat up by water balloons, the most advanced country in the world, and you had a public lynching for our character. But yet we want to have all this inclusion. With all this inclusion, T'Challa's right there. Your number one black superhero, who was on the pages of the Avengers in the 1960s and 70s. Let's get rid of him. And then you did nothing with Shuri. You didn't even care. All you wanted to do was shut us up. Oh, we give you a T'Challa Jr., but just shut us up. That doesn't work because you're not. This is why DEI to me is so. Now, DEI is good for diversity. DEI is also bad when you're bumping someone up, Jarvis, to knock somebody else down. We're going to bump up Shuri up here. We can't have both of them. We can only have one. We've been fighting that in Hollywood for so many years. When we have a prominent black actor, it can only be one. Jonathan Majors was just that guy. Now, because of everything that went on with Jonathan Majors and what Alvin Bragg and all these people did to him, now look what happened. You see what I mean? Now we got to bump up the next one while we knock down other black people that's out here doing their thing out here. It's Coleman Domingo's time now, and it's this person's time, and it's that person's time. They can only be one. We don't have a wide range of other black actors like they do with white actors. You know what I mean? There's plenty of A-list white actors, but on that A-list, there's so very few that get prominent roles like this. That's why it was so hard to fight for Jonathan Majors. Why I'm showing you why this is detrimental when it comes to the point of what happened with Chadwick Boseman. You know what I mean? And Shuri. Or we can just replace them. Just replace them. You see what I mean? So I ask you guys the question: is DEI helpful? Or is it more harmful than what we actually see? because we can get a female Silver Surfer. We can get, we can get a female this and we can get a female that. What about black people? What about black people getting their characters? Why Blade ain't came out? Why we can't get Blue Marvel? Why couldn't they recast T'Challa? Put it in the comment section below. Tell me what you guys think. Let me get off of here. And again, I know y'all guys put I guess y'all put Jarrett's to timeout because I didn't see his thing, his comments here. I wasn't trying to go. I don't like anybody to tell me what I'm doing is fake. I'm sorry. I do. I get off of work, back sore, sleepy as hell. I ain't got no time to be fake. Nothing personal against him, but you're not gonna come in here and tell me what I'm doing. No. That's not what we doing. That's not what we doing. But it's time for.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
You already know I gotta wrap it up and get up out of here. But what do you think? Is DEI more harmful or helpful? Put it in the comment section below. He said, yes, sir. He's a timeout. Okay. All right. Wakanda is Memphis. They're full of single minds that don't want their son to become. Wow. Wow. They trip over their feet paying RDJ after the first Iron Man movie. Chadwick T'Challa outperformed all these characters. Marvel, DC, Bond, everybody. He should have got a raise. You know what I mean? I think that's one of the reasons why he didn't tell him about his condition. I think he felt scorned up here. Yeah, I don't play. I don't care who it is. Don't come tell me don't tell me when I'm not. Don't tell me when I'm not. I'm grown. Very grown. Don't tell me what I'm not. But yeah, like I said, it's my first time in New York since 2006. So, I'm going there representing this brother. You know what I mean? It's still recast T'Challa. All of this stuff, man. I love black people, man. I love my people. But I love the truth. I love sticking for the truth more than anything. You know what I mean? I love fighting for the truth. That's why this matters. You know what I mean? That's why 1865 matters. Shout out to FBOE for the shirt. Just like anything, you can't create a program what they means to enforce it. You can't piss off white people that hold all the cars and expect them to enforce. Exactly. He said, can't play with the boss. Ain't nobody got time. I don't play. I don't play. It's like making all the cars up. Trust me, I work for, you know what I mean? I work for a dealership. I mean, a company. That's all we do, and that's a big conversation. I appreciate you. Love y'all. I love y'all to death. That's why I do this. Yeah, thank you so very much. Safe travels. Again, yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm about to wrap it up though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm kind of nervous though. But I will be packing. I made the decision. I'm going to pack my MacBook. You know what I'm saying? And my battery. Use the front facing camera. Try to find a Wi-Fi area and try to get everybody who's there. We try to, get everybody together and do a live stream. You know what I mean? And do our thing. You know what I mean? So, all right, let me get out of here. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all so much. Y'all have no idea. I am kind of nervous though, because you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm just kind of nervous because I think it's because honestly, and I hope Lauren Victoria Burke is there. I would love to talk to her and meet her. But I think because I didn't expect this. You know what I mean? Like I didn't expect all of this stuff I didn't expect to be here. Honestly, I was doing this literally because I seen a brother in trouble. I wasn't expecting none of this. I wasn't expecting to meet Danny. I wasn't expecting to be a part of the law bitch. I wasn't expecting none of that, man. But it's been awesome, man. And you guys, your support, man, has made it even better. So, all right. I'm gonna always be me though. I'm gonna always be me. Just a little nervous. It's just. I think I'm caught up in the surreal. This is like when I set out to rebrand my channel. Would it never look that? Thought my channel would look like this. My background would look like this. Nothing. And everything is coming. Everything I said that I set out for is just coming true. That's why I'm nervous, because I'm proud of myself for not quitting and not giving. Even when I stopped podcasting, I didn't quit. I just wanted to rebrand and I needed a break. So, yeah. All right. Let me get out of here. Thank you guys. I love you guys so much. And I will be hitting you guys up again. I might do something tomorrow. I don't know, just to talk to y'all. But Monday, it won't be in the morning because we're going to trial. But Monday, I hope to see you guys in a live stream. All right. Thank you so very much for tuning in to another episode of the Dre Max Show. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never, ever, ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'll holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe power, y'all. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend, man. Where is my outro at? Y'all need to take Jairus out of timeout. Yeah. Oh, man.
Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over?
What?
Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.